Buenas and Hafide Todas Hamzu. This hearing by the Committee on Public Accountability, Human Resources, the Guam Buildup, Hagatnya Revitalization, Regional Affairs, Public Libraries, Telecommunications, and Technology is now called to order. Today is July 19th and the time is 5:31 p.m. Sijus Masi for joining us. For the record and in accordance with 5 GCA Chapter 8, subsection 8107, public hearing notices were sent on Wednesday, June 30th, 2021, adhering to the 5 days notice, and a second public notice on Tuesday, July 6, 2021, the 48-hour notice. An amended notice for the public hearing was sent out on Wednesday, July 7, 2021, and additional notices were sent out Monday, July 12, 2021, and Thursday, July 15, 2021. In addition, this hearing was noticed on the legislature's website at www.guamlegislature.com. Written testimonies may be submitted by emailing Senator Muña Barnes at guamlegislature.org, or you may hand deliver your testimonies to our office at 163 Chalan Santa Papa, Hagatnya, Guam. On the agenda today, ladies and gentlemen, is the appointment of Joseph D. Franquez to serve as a member classroom teacher for the Guam Educational Telecommunications Corporation, KGTF PBS, Board of Trustees, and the appointment of William J. Cunningham III to serve as a member Guam Educational Telecommunications Corporation, KGTF PBS, Board of Trustees. Joining me for this hearing this evening, I'd like to thank my colleagues, Senator Telos Haidegui and Senator Joanne Brown. Sijus Masi for joining me. The conduct of this public hearing shall be as follows. Those testifying will be recognized in the order of sign up on the sign-in sheet. Written testimony may be read and submitted to the committee. Please provide our legislative staff with your written testimony for photocopying. Persons will be allowed to present oral testimony only once. Once you are done, please remain in the room for any questions by the panel of senators here today. Proper form and decorum shall be practiced by all present in the public hearing room. For the proceedings, individuals who do not comply may be escorted from the public hearing room. When you speak, please make sure that you're speaking into the microphone and that your microphone is on, and we ask that you state your name for the record. Those who do not follow these rules of engagement will be removed from the public hearing room. We thank you for your cooperation. We'll move on to the first item on our agenda, and that is the appointment of Joseph D. Franquez to serve as a member classroom teacher of the Guam Educational Telecommunications Corporation, KGTF PBS Board of Trustees. Today we have here to testify in support of the nominees Ms. Ina Carrillo, General Manager of PBS Guam, Mr. Donovan Brooks from PBS Guam, and the nominee himself, Mr. Joseph Franquez. We'll begin with Ms. Ina Carrillo.
Test, got it. Hafaday, my name is Ina Carrillo, I'm the General Manager of PBS. Hafaday, Madam Chair, Honorable Senators, and all that are in attendance today. I'd like to thank you for allowing me to speak in favor of the confirmation of Mr. Joey Franquez as a member of the PBS Guam Board of Trustees. My name is Ina Carrillo, and I'm currently serving as General Manager of PBS Guam and work alongside with Mr. Fernandez and the rest of the board to make improvements and to continue to deliver high-quality educational programming free for our residents. Over 20 years ago, I was a student in Mr. Franquez's class at George Washington High School. I knew then, as I know Mr. Franquez now, that he is a proponent and an advocate for education of young people, and that commitment for him has not changed. He has spent his life in the pursuit of the education for our island's youth, and I think that should be applauded. He has worked hard on our board looking for grant opportunities to improve the technology at the station and to provide better products to our viewers. His ideas has helped me to shape our local programming offerings. His support and guidance during the pandemic helped us to develop a slew of educational programmings that we air today, now known as PBS University and PBS University Higher Learning. It's an educational program produced in partnership with the Guam Department of Education to help develop curriculum and assist GDOE in educating our students during the pandemic. We have now agreed with GDOE to continue this program for the foreseeable future as a way to keep students engaged and excited about learning. His work must continue. We have acquired funding to revamp our studios, improve our set and lighting, and have plans to launch a new school news program that allows our island's youth to report on the happenings at their school and events around the island. And Mr. Franquez always offers his assistance to help us grow. In closing, Honorable Senators and Madam Chair, I would like to ask for your continued support for PBS and ask you to confirm Mr. Franquez as we continue forward to move PBS forward from its humble beginnings into the 21st century. In addition, I'd like to add that Mr. Franquez is also a current educator at the University of Guam, and his position in the board is vital because it fulfills the mandate to have a sitting educator sit on the board of trustees for PBS, and he's our only educator on the board now. So with that, I'd like to ask for your support in confirming Mr. Franquez into the Board of Trustees for PBS Guam. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Carrillo. And now we'll move on to Mr. Donovan Brooks.
Hafaday. Good morning, Madam Chair, honorable senators. Thank you for this opportunity to support Mr. Joey Franquez towards his confirmation for a seat on the board at KGTF. I've known Joey for probably more than 30 years, probably going on 40. And having been privileged to work with KGTF over the past 15 years or so, I was very pleased when I learned that he was going to join the board. This will be his second term, so he'll be going on 4 years. I guess we've worked together for 4 years on the board together. So I was very pleased to learn that he was going to be appointed, and then he was confirmed. And I was not wrong in the 4 years that we've worked together. Joey's been a great contributor to the board. Having said that, there's not much more than I can say but to ask you to please confirm him. He does make a difference. Most importantly, he shows up to the meetings. And as you know, sometimes running a board is not the easiest thing to do. And when you have people who are dedicated and committed and show up month after month after month, that's the kind of guy Joey is. So I would ask for your support. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brooks. And we also have Rosemary Clement from PBS.
Hello? Okay. I'm very low tech. I've been very happy to work with Joey the last few years. I've been on the board, I guess, going on 5 years, and was very happy to have Joey join us. I think we're all really working hard to expand the exposure of PBS on Guam, and I think it's a very important, I'm sorry, turn it off. Anyway, I think he's been a great help on our board, and we're just very happy to have him, and we're hoping that you confirm him and continue to support PBS Guam for everyone in Guam.
Thank you very much, Ms. Rosemary Clement. And now we'll hear from the appointee, Mr. Joseph D. Franquez.
Buenas tardes a todos. Como Malika da Baifinut Samoro. Mungkin, si Jus masih. Distiane me apunta ju tatigi 2017 o setbi i PBS dan i comunidad por esta razón. Todo tempo distiane maestro ju tatigi 1993 hasta que 2016 na retira ju gini ni gobernamento dan ni departamento de educación. Huspipia empenyo ni para bayu na formta jana open i kulturata jani lingua hita. Enigi mas tak kilo gijagwahu na posisyon ni para bayu fanagwi i lingwahi jani kulturata para estudiante tersia gini gitanota. Taja mas muna mamagubju para baili i pagu estinas tsotsu i para u setbi pagu i komunidad gini na posisyon gi para baisauno gi i Board of Trustees gi PBS za distianay utituni tsetso hugwi huliye naman government lagu i tauto i board ni para umaspia empenyo ni para umasetbi i komunidad za para umanahujung siya programa ni sinya mas para aumenta i edukasyon i estudianteta za ni famaguonta gini gitanota zan kuntoru i uriza gizan teru i Marianas paggo na tempo. Distiane humalum jo o huli na todi tauto siya ni manggagi gi board manyasono man malago magahit para umaspia hafa ni na sinania para in na hujung siya i programa ni manisisita za importante para i edukasyon i estudianteta. Todi tempo eno mas tak kilo ginagaw niya, zan itsitsot niya, zan imisyon niya i PBS Guam. Zagof nina banidoso jo sa ulili na distian ay mapunta si Aina Carillo para hulog i PBS Guam, KGTF, magahit matulay ka intero i maneran hafa may bidanin niya pago giulog i stasyon. Za talili mas maulik pago na hemplo siya, zan produkto siya, zan kuntodo siya i programa ni mana fanhuhujung da masinya maega pago gwini gi channel 12. Za mas infin lokwi olili ginin guiza na hasupopoti ichitsota ni menalagota za i board sempi kada mababa pago za mandanya hami para benfanhunta za madiskuti siya hafa siya nisisita para uma no prikura gwini gitanota para i programa zan i kuntodo lokwi hafa manisisidat niya gi estasyon PBS zan KGTF. Za magahit kuntodo lokwi si Chairman Brooks distiane altitude matsotso zang guiza hamensionahan na esta kana 20-40 años atungo mami za magahit ti tungo hafa para baitsogwi anay humalum jo lo disdigwiza tumitun hagia mi mona hafa siya para anesisita man maprikura kosa kisinya mas guha adilantu zan no reglamento zan manera ni para umatatizi todos gi durante i huntan mami siya gi i board pues pago na gaigi jo gwini pago zama faisen jo para bayu continua i tsetso mami gi hulu gof bani dosu jo tak lusa mahafa na rason sa mali na guaha sit bisyoko ni sina para bayu ofresi siya itaw-tawta. Za itaw-tawta masus pipya para uset bisiya sa sinsia taja programan mami ni para po sinetbi. Pues si Zeus maasit todos hamzu ni manggagi gwini pogo aina Chairman Brooks dan Rosemary si Zeus maasit ni sinangan midyo put guahu dan ni suportasyon. Ko agradeci todo itsetso mizu dan malago jo na para baisangan na gof magov jo ma faisen jo talo para baiset bi i PBS KGTF Guam gwini talo gi 4 años si jo usmasi.
Sidus, Masi Senor Franquez, and I'd like to state for the record that the Office of Vice Speaker Tina Rose Muña Barnes has received testimony in support of your nomination from Ms. Teresita Concepcion Flores, from Dr. Matilda Napati Rivera from the University of Guam, from Norma J. Afflequi, and from Patricia Ann A. Pablo. And now I'd like to open the floor to my colleagues, starting with Senator Tello Taitigui for any questions for the appointee or the panel.
Suzus Masi, Madam Chair, for the opportunity, and buenas and hafade. You know, congratulations, Joey. I know it says Joseph, but I've always known you as Joey, you know, for many years. I've known you ever since. Okay. And this is your second term, no? This one will coming up your second term.
Okay.
Okay. During your first term, you served a full 4 years?
Okay.
Good. Okay. So that being said, Joey, what have you done in the last 4 years to help PBS Guam, to provide any kind of support, you know, toward them, fundraising ideas or things like that?
Most of the work that I have done to contribute to PBS has been helping them in their telethons by being a part of the process of funding, raising for the PBS Guam, which is a very critical and crucial aspect of what we do as members and board members to assist the station in helping to fundraise for the station. Another aspect that I contribute to is every year, with the exception of this year, broadcasting live during the course of the Liberation Day Parade, which is something that Donovan and myself have really been a part of, and I've enjoyed that every year since I started in 2017 with him, representing PBS and being able to be there to represent the Chamorro culture and the language as well, and also our people, and to celebrate Liberation Day with them. Other projects that we have worked on to help to fundraise and to help the station to improve its programming is being involved in the board to be able to contribute suggestions to recommendations as well to improve the programming, and with the assistance and the leadership as well with the new leadership with Ina since coming on board. We've seen such a great improvement in the station and the functionality, the programming. It all has been an improvement, 100% improvement in my opinion from the first 4 years of my participation at PBS. This year, in the first year that I've been there with Ina in her leadership, we have seen such a tremendous improvement in how the station functions today, in how they are able to produce programs and support the education system through programs that we've created there, such as what Ina mentioned earlier with regards to GDOE University. That is such an incredible program for all educators and for the students who were stranded at home trying to find ways to be in the classroom. I think that those were very highly effective in how we were able to contribute to their education, even while they were at home in the course of the pandemic. So every meeting that we have, we look for ways to improve the system, to improve the quality, and to improve the programming and even the morale at the station. And the board really praises the workers that have been there for the many years that they've been there since the starting of PBS, and have weathered through the storms of funding issues and maintenance issues. And so we've really come a long way, and I've been a very definite part of that growth. And I really would like to just say I really enjoy being around the environment at PBS today, and I would like very much to continue on working there.
Thank you for that, full explanation and some of the thorough on what you've been doing. But I think, I remember the director saying that it's important that we have somebody of your caliber who, as a teacher, sitting faculty, to be on the board. But I must have tell the listening audience and my colleagues here that Joey graduated or went to school at Berklee College of Music. And that's one of the well-known go-to places, colleges in Boston to go to school there. Many great musicians on Guam have gone there, and you bring a wealth for entertainment, engineering, everything it takes for entertainment-wise, and PBS is a great place for you because with your background, it's just a great fit, and especially because the school that you attended is just a well-renowned school. It's not easy getting into Berkeley, sometimes you have to be good from the start, but we got a lot of good local boys here, like Mike Dilmore, Carlos Laguanya, Tommy Bijaro, Tony Bijaro, all great musicians who have gone to Berklee College of Music, so.
My cousin Larry as well.
I'm sorry?
My cousin Larry Franquez as well.
Oh, si Larry, Ngan, si Larry,
Magay.
Ngan. Si Mike Dilmore, no, England Conservatory, so. You have such a great background and a great fit for this. So I thank you continuing to pass that on to the next generation as we get older, to pass on your knowledge. And I thank you. So as a director, I hope you utilize all his assets because he has many, to provide, to give, as well as I'm really glad, Joey, you're speaking Chamorro more often. And I hope you incorporate that through PBS and continue that, keeping our language alive, teaching the next generation. Sí. Don't luce tus más, Joey. Está.
Buen provecho.
Está. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Tidley. Senator Brown, do you have any questions?
Thank you very much, Madam Chairperson. I really don't have much more to add than Ms. Tello here has already relayed. And certainly, Mr. Franquez, your whole resume, your history, your contributions to the community are well respected and well appreciated, and certainly your comments with regards to upholding our language and our culture up high is a very good thing, especially during a time when a lot of our young people don't have that same exposure. They don't hear the language even being spoken in the home in the same way. So I do enjoy the Chamorro word of the day. I do take note of that when I'm channel flipping. I said, hey, I saw that in the Post newspaper, and it makes that mental connection in my brain. And I think the more we make that a normal part of our life, the more we have an opportunity to experience and speak our language. So thank you so much for your contributions. I have to add, because you added he was your teacher, well, Mr. Donovan Brooks, once upon a time, we won't say too many years ago, also was a teacher of mine. So I appreciate your testimony and the other board members of coming here, and you as the chairman coming here to testify in favor of Mr. Franquez's appointment. Good luck to you, your continued success, and certainly being able to share your talent and your love and your passion for what you do, because it really makes a big difference. You're impacting a lot of people in our community that may never know and may never meet you, but the work that you're doing is still something very valuable. Even today with all our technology and all the influence and noise that we have around us, I think the quality of public broadcasting and KGTF that we all grew up with, and now KGTF PBS, still has a lot of value to our community, and the information that gets brought out, and certainly the opportunity to provide local programming, it acknowledges who we are, and I think that's something that's very important, especially our culture and our community. So congratulations to you on your accepting being nominated, but then also thank you for accepting your renomination and your reappointment to the board for the next 4 years. Thank you so much. With that, Madam Chair, thank you for the opportunity to comment on Mr. Franquez's nomination.
Senator Brown.
Thank you very much, Senator Brown. And I'd like to thank everyone who came here tonight to testify, to the General Manager of PBS, Ms. Aina Carrillo, to Board Chair, Mr. Donovan Brooks, and to Board Member Rosemary Clement, to just Masi for your testimony today. Mr. Franquez, thank you very much for being here and for your willingness to continue to serve on the board and to serve at KGTF PBS. We greatly appreciate it. We look forward to supporting your appointment and moving it in the next session. With that, your nomination has been duly heard by the committee, And we will reschedule the appointment of Mr. William J. Cunningham III to a date to be announced later on. And I'd like to thank everyone once again, my colleagues, for joining me today. And if there's anyone who would like to continue giving testimony for Mr. Joseph D. Franquez to serve as a member classroom teacher, Guam Educational Telecommunications Corporation, KGTF PBS Board of Trustees, you may submit your testimony to Senator Muña Barnes at guamlegislature.org, or you may send or hand deliver to 163 Chalan Santo Papa, Hagåtña, Guam 96910. Siduos Masi, everyone, for joining us today. The time now is 5:56 p.m. and this public hearing is now adjourned.
Sidus Masi.